watching the news, all of it. It's all over the place. But then you get to a certain point and you're like, okay, enough. Too much. I just want to turn it up to 11 and just dance and roller skate in the kitchen, which is really fun if you've never done it. And that's the album. It's just that messy roller coaster, wonderful, yummy, all of it.
Well, let's get into the album. Trustful. Pink does something, some would say daring or unusual. She starts the entire album out with a slow, tender love song. Usually albums come out, it's bang, they want to hit you upside the head with some energy. You use a different type of energy.
I just want to make you cry.
So the song is When I Get There. It's a tribute to your late father, Jim Moore. Talk about heading up the album with this as the foundation.
I'm told all the time that people don't listen to albums anymore, and I disagree. I think maybe that's true for the most part, but there are some of us out there that still want to go on that journey. We still want to get, I'm gonna age myself, but we still want to get that vinyl or that. I remember opening Pearl Jam 10 cassette and unfurling it and looking at his handwriting and feeling like I knew him a little bit better and spending an hour and a half in my room with my pencil trying to get the cassette back together and just having this moment, right, with just yourself and this person that you feel knows you and helps you in some way. And the sequencing of this album was so important to me. It was really important to me. It was really difficult because there is two sort of feelings. It's like loss and grief and the pain of being a human being, but also let's party because I've had it. If the world is ending, we need to be dancing. And so starting with When I Get There is how I am as a person. And you know this because you've known me for a long time. Instead of like, oh, hey, how are you? How do you like my dress? Do you like my shoes? It's like, hi, how are you really? Let's get the bullshit out of the way and let's have a real conversation. And that was how I opened the album. Let's get the bullshit out of the way. We can always have that. There's always room for bullshit. But grab some tissues. Let's just get it real really quickly.
The New York Post came out with a review today. Do you hate reviews? Do you like reviews?
They're always interesting. You can tell who has mommy issues.
Well, this writer, Nicholas Hauptman, says the opening the album with When I Get There is one of the most gut-wrenching tracks on Pink's 2+ decade catalog. Finding her looking up to the heavens and asking her late father, is there a bar up there where you've got a favorite chair? Where you sit with your friends and talk about the weather? Is there a place you go to watch the sunset? Some of the lyrics from the lead song on this album. Wow.
Yeah, it's a hard one. But it's a nice thought, isn't it? I mean, where does everybody go when they go? I want to think that they're somewhere looking over us as our angels and our ancestors and watching out for us and laughing at our outfit choices. It's a nice thought, and it's my kids. They're so pure, right? The world hasn't gotten to them yet. And my 6-year-old walks around the kitchen island going, "Hey, Grandpa, so that's cool." Because he doesn't know what to say, but I told him, he's there, he's your angel, he's always listening, you can talk to him anytime you want. And we lost a dear friend of ours. And Jameson, sorry if I'm very long-winded, but we were hiking and it was really cold and it wasn't supposed to be cold and we weren't prepared for that. And he was like, "Hey Trish, hi, I miss you. It's really cold. Can you just talk to somebody and make it warmer?" "Okay, thanks. I love you. Okay, bye." And I'm just like, I just want to squeeze him till his head pops off. It's just a sweet, we need that. We need those ideas.
Absolutely. And what's ironic is here we are on the 80th floor, so you're pretty close to your dad all the way up here.
I am. Do you want to know more? Just one little slice about who my dad was?
Absolutely.
He was a badass. And he was a Vietnam vet. His nickname was Mr. Cause, and he was always writing letters and had me marching on Washington at age 3, but he was also like super inappropriate and like a hypochondriac that slept with a gun under his pillow and was kind of crazy. And the tour raped my baby, Willow. I'm about to go out on the road, she's maybe 10 months old, and he calls me and I'm thinking that what a dad is supposed to say is, "Oh honey, I'm so proud of you, just go take in the world." And what he says is, "You watch her." I go, "Who?" He goes, that baby girl, they're gonna want her. I go, who's gonna want her? He goes, anybody. I was like, okay. And what made me remember what the next thing he told me was what you just said, the 80th floor. He goes, and also, when you go into a hotel, you stay below the 10th floor because you don't want to have to run down those stairs with a baby in your arms. I was like, are you kidding me? You're joking, right? No, he wasn't joking.
So you definitely have your dad's badassery, obviously.
Hopefully I don't do that.
It's okay. Be proud of it.
Yeah, well.
I'm Elvis Duran, of course. This is the iHeartRadio album release party. The 80th floor of the legendary Empire State Building, celebrating our brand new album, Trust Fall. It's available. It's waiting for you. Go get it. And by the way, if you're online tonight, hashtag iHeartPink. And it makes sense. So far, so good?
So far, so good. I love it. The projection. Love it.
And I love you!
Thank you.
We love you!
Thank you.
A lot of love. We love you all, too. A lot of love. Beautiful love.
I'm sweating.
I know.
It's warm,
It's
right?
hot up here on the 80th floor. So Pink, Pink's gonna do something really cool in a little while. You get to flip a switch that kicks off a special lighting ceremony
That's so
up at the observatory experience. You haven't been up there yet?
No.
Oh, we're going further. Your dad's gonna get really mad at you. And then when you flip the switch, we get to see this Music to Light show set to your new single, Never Gonna Not Dance Again.
Isn't that awesome? That's so cool.
We told everyone in New York City to look up to the Empire State Building and listen on Z100 and KTU
Yay.
as we play the song at the same time, and it's all coordinated on the lights. How they figure out how to do that, I don't know. It's timing out. It's going to be perfect at 8 o'clock here in New York. So text your friends, let them know. If you're not here in New York, you can still listen in from around the world. We're at the live Music Delight Spectacular is presented on EarthCam on the ESB website, Empire State Building. And of course, we're recording this. It's going to be on the YouTube channel for the Empire State Building. So you're never, ever not going to be far away from watching what happens.
My mom calls it my tube. I'm like, can you not? That's not what it's called.
By the way, for everyone here tonight, Pink is performing a couple of songs. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so check it.
I mean, oh, me? I know that.
Yeah. And all the whacked out venues you played in. I mean, you've played.
I played in some pretty scummy places.
But look at this.
This is not a scummy place. This is pretty great.
A very unique experience.
Very unique.
I'm Elvis, and she's Pink. Her new album, Trust Fall, is out now. If you don't own it, what are you waiting for? A few guests dropping by the album as well, with collaborations, like Lumineers and Chris Stapleton. Who doesn't love Chris Stapleton? Right?
You can't not love Chris Stapleton. You guys heard the national anthem, right?
Yeah.
I was offended. He was so good. It's not fair. He doesn't even move. He just. I had him in the studio. We wrote this song together. It was a poem I wrote my poor husband, and he records it, and he's like, "Well, I can do it again if that's not what you had in mind." And I was like, "What's wrong with you? The song is done. You sang for 14 seconds. It was the best 14 seconds of my life." He's incredible, and he's so humble, and he loves to collaborate outside of his genre. He's just a true Nashville songwriter. He just loves to work with many different people, and I love that about him. And his wife as well is a badass herself. And the Lumineers, I'm just a fan. I'm a fan. I love music, and I can't believe, I'm never not grateful. I do that double negative a lot. I'm never not grateful that I can know someone like Jeremiah from the Lumineers and be like, "Hey, we've been threatening to do this for a while. You busy?" And he's like, "Great, let's do it." I'm a lucky person. And First Aid Kit, I met them at the Brits for 5 years. I have no concept of time, but a while ago, and we threatened to start a band together. So this is our first song.
Well, the album, of course. Then there's the T word, the tour.
Oh, I'm like, what's the T word?
The T word.
I got a whole different word in my head.
Let's do word association. Tour. Just mean like any word that comes out.
Mayhem.
Mayhem. And
And?
And what else?
Oh, you said one word, didn't he?
Okay, what
I listened to directions.
What word times does it? Like all the words that come out of your head.
Oh my God, it's group therapy. We get together and we exercise our demons and we dance and we lose our last marble and I get to climb on things. It's so fun. I left the meeting the other day and it's been a while, so I forget how much fun I get to have. And I'm like, I walked away from the meeting, I was like, I can't believe we're building that. Am I really gonna wanna do that though? It's all pretty scary.
Well, I'm not going to be one of those guys who asks you, well, what kind of surprises you got coming up to? We'll find out when we're sitting in the
We'll
seat.
find out once it works the first time.
Okay, as long as there's no falling. Okay, so it kicks off June.
Yes.
The Summer Carnival 2023.
That's right.
It starts in the UK in June, then worms its way through Europe, kicking off in the US July 26th in Cincinnati, all the way through October in Phoenix. You're calling this tour what, like a festival. It's a Love Fest circus thing.
It is.
Am I giving away too much?